my lover, goodbye, my friend. You have been the one. You have been the one for me. I hate to say it. We knew it was coming. We knew it was an exciting final games for Birmingham City, but they weren't able to do the miracle that they had to do and beat Manchester City. And Birmingham have been relegated from the Women's Super League. They've been good. They've been better, but they've not been nearly enough of what you need to be to stay in this league, to stay in this competition. And my heart breaks for them. My heart breaks for Birmingham and the players. And I think I enjoy when I speak out against the board and how crap they've been to the women and to the women's team. And then it's almost too little too late when they start giving them a bit more backing, bringing in decent managers. You know, Darren Carter coming in, Marcus Bignot coming back to the club. You could see the difference in how they were playing football. The women were even saying it themselves. You know, they felt that they had that backing. They had like decent leaders for them, and they had some okay wins. But the sad matter of fact is that Birmingham have had more managers than they've had wins this season. That's dire. 2 wins this season. They can be proud of their win over Arsenal, of course, but it's just all too little too late, and it's all falling apart. I mean, they played Manchester City, you know, City at home. Birmingham defended for their lives in the first 45 minutes. They were getting it so right. They were compact, they were tight. You went at half time, they come back on, and it all went horribly wrong. 6 goals in 30 minutes from Manchester City. Manchester City are the most clinical team in this league. You can challenge me on that. Give me your Chelsea chat. Talk to me about Arsenal and Viviana Miedema. City are clinical. They are absolutely relentless. You know, like the men, of course. You know, they've got that attacking power from all over the pitch. That's what City women do as well, and I think they've been outstanding to watch as this season's progressed. I've watched them, you know, beat Chelsea in the Conti Cup when they start to find that rhythm. You know, again, it comes in the second half, but when it happens, they get that first goal. You know, it's almost like, you remember Kenny Shields, the Northern Ireland manager, saying that, you know, the emotions kick in for City. It just galvanises them. You get 1 goal. They haven't won a match by 2 goals. It's always by 3 or more this whole season. How brilliant is that? They've got so many talented players, and I think City will take this 3rd place Champions League spot. They're going to take it from Manchester United on the last day of the season. I don't think United can fully beat Chelsea. They can stop them, of course, that can happen, and if they do, United get Champions League, but Manchester City can't fall away from that spot. If they can come back, Gareth Taylor's side, and take that Champions League spot after the dismal start that they've had to this season, well, you cannot argue with them, can you? They've had a great team all season. I know that they're losing some of their players this season. We'll get more into that as the transfer window, of course, opens, but I think it's brilliant that they have Chloe Kelly back. I've seen comparisons, you know, a year before and a year after. So it was the Manchester City Birmingham game that Chloe Kelly had done her ACL, and that was exactly a year ago, the second last game of the season, and she was back yesterday for that game against Birmingham. She's absolutely world class, a world class player. She's come from Arsenal, she's been to Everton, she knows this league, and she's so young. But anyway, 2 assists and a goal from Chloe Kelly back into this fixture. Recovering from that injury, and she just shines. She just absolutely shines. The way she links up with Lauren Hemp and Stanway get 2 goals, Lauren Hemp got a goal. You know, I don't think, in terms of teams in class, I don't think anybody's got it quite the way Manchester City do. So yeah, I'm definitely excited to see how this can play out towards the end of the season, and if they can take that 3rd place spot. I've no doubt that they will. You know, Ellen White came out not too long ago, and she said that they were 9 points from Chelsea, who were top of the table. This is so many games ago. She doesn't understand why they were ruled out of taking that top 3 spot. She's dead right, because it looks like they are going to take it indeed. You've also got to focus on Manchester City and the strength and depth that they have, and the amount of English players that they have as well. More of the Manchester City squad are in the England camp than any other team. And Chloe Kelly's looking for that call-up. The fact that she is back fit, showing her strengths, back on the pitch, contributing to goals, she is going to get that call up for England for the Euros this summer. It's going to be absolutely outstanding for her. I'm very, very excited when you see a player that talented, whose world is flipped upside down by an injury at such a young age, which is so promising and she's so crucial to a club, to be able to take that year to rest, to train, to come back and to almost come back better. You know, absolutely credit to that young woman, and hopefully that she gets an England call-up as well, because she absolutely deserves it. Looking ahead to next season, Manchester City, if they can remain fit, of course, we've got to remember they had 6 of their starting 11 who were out on the bench the majority of the first half of the season due to injury. Chelsea, Arsenal, the wee Spurs are playing, Manchester United, how they're growing. That is 5 absolutely outstanding teams. Brighton have shown signs of, you know, of a world-class team at times, you know, in this league. Then you've got Reading. They can do more. They've got decent players, but they can do more. You've got Aston Villa, who are investing as well, who've started to turn around the latter stages of their season, apart from Arsenal last week, 7-0. I was at the game. Again, they were missing Jill Scott. You know, they were missing Hannah Hampton in goal. They were missing Risha Littlejohn in the number 6 role. So that Anita Asante was there. It was our final game of the season, but they're losing Anita that this summer as well. You know, that's her retiring. So I think there's definite investment now coming in, and these clubs are really starting to grow. I know I've missed a few out. And then you've got Liverpool coming up. Liverpool coming back up to the WSL under the manager Matt Beard, who's the most experienced manager in this league. He knows the Women's Super League inside out. He's gone away, he's taken that time in the Championship, he's managed Liverpool, he's brought them back up, and now he comes back into this league again, knowing it like no one else. It's going to be such an exciting season next year. But we are without Birmingham, the founder club of the WSL, all because their board would not back them. Now, I really enjoyed, and I really was grateful that we were given the opportunity. When I say we, that I was given the opportunity to speak for the Birmingham players on Sky Sports a season and a half ago, when the girls were at their wits' end with their treatment, and the backlash that I'd had from the board from breaking that story and speaking to tabloids about it, and making sure that these women's voices were heard and that the public knew and the fans knew what they were putting up with. I take great pride and pleasure in knowing that we did that and we made it right and we delivered the facts, and nobody was happy about it, and the board didn't have a leg to stand on. As time goes on, they start to get them out, they start to change. But this league is growing. If you're not going to grow with it, and you're not going to catch up, and you're not going to put your everything in the kitchen sink at it, you're not going to be part of it. You know, it's as simple as that. If women's football wants to grow and the WSL wants to be seen as the best league in the world, it needs clubs who are fully invested in their women's team, 100%. Birmingham might go to the Championship now, be able to turn that around. They've still got many talented players in that squad. Like I say, it's a founder member of the WSL. It is such a beast of a club, but when you've not got the backing, you've not got nothing. So bye for now, Birmingham City. You've done well this season. Girls played for each other. The board didn't give you what you needed, and for that I am sorry. Fair enough to Manchester City. Clinical, 6 goals in their second last game of the season, and definitely pushing for that Champions League spot.